Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. This is the continued video of databases. So, in the previous video, we were talking about data, what is metadata, and what is databases. Okay, then we also described like different kinds of data. Okay, when what are the different types of databases we have. So we have SQL and we have NoSQL. So in NoSQL we have MongoDB, Cassandra, and Redis. And in SQL databases we have like MySQL, we have PostgreSQL, and we have SQLite. Okay, so we are heading towards like with the SQL databases. So as we know in SQL, right, we have some the data are formatted into rows and columns, right? And yeah, so that is how you can structure your data in your SQL kinds of databases. So we are going to do some of the hands-on today. Okay, and for that you have to install Workbench. Okay, the Workbench is a GUI for like a graphical, like it is a graphical interface. Okay, so where you can manipulate your data. Okay, and you can fetch your data, you can structure your data, and you can define your different kinds of databases, and you can define tables and all that. Okay, so I told you in the earlier video, right, what is tables and what is data or databases. Okay, so the data table is nothing but like whenever you want to form a structure. Okay, for sure, like I told you, right, we have if you want to insert a data in SQL databases, then you have to structure your data in your rows and columns. So uh, it will be very clear. Okay, once we will do some of the hands-on here. So for that, we have to install Workbench. So let's just install it. So let's install Workbench. So you have to write SQL. So what I have done here, just write SQL Workbench download. Okay, then see. Okay, go to download page. Okay, once you have on download page, download this one. Okay, and let it download. No thanks. Just start my download. Click on here. Okay, so my download is started and it is completed as well. So we have to wait for a while. I think it is installed. Okay, now open this file. You can fast forward a little bit, so it will be like easier for you. So I'm just waiting for this to be happen. My system is fast. Okay, but I'm using like AWS instance. Okay, and so because like in my system SQL Workbench is already installed, so I have to show you from the very scratch. So that's why I'm using AWS instance. So yeah, okay. Now the things are done. So you click on custom. Sorry, click on custom. Click next. Then click add button. Then again add button. Okay, and just add this one. Just add this one. Okay, now minimize this application. Just download. Sorry, just click this. Click this one, and just now here. Okay, now minimize this. Just click here, add this one. Okay, everything is done. Just do next, execute. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is done. Just click next, 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 and you have to give the password here. Okay, give any password here, but make sure that you don't forget it because we have to use this password. So give any password here as of your choice. Okay, but remember that. Okay, now just click next, next, and now from here itself you have to do just next, next, and execute. Okay. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so this is done. Just finish it. Just do next and just finish. So yeah, once you have successfully done followed all the steps, okay, the interface will look like this. And now you have to give the password here. Give the same password that you have given there. Okay, so just okay. So this is the interface you will get. Okay. So now here itself you can define your databases. You can inside use that databases. Okay. Inside that databases you can create multiple tables. Okay. So if you have to see what all the databases are present. So let's see databases, and by clicking here, okay, you can run this query, and by doing control and enter you can run this query. So what is the query I'm saying? So query is nothing but is a syntax of writing a code in SQL, right? As we have a syntax while writing a code in Python, like print, import, defining functions. Okay, so in similar way, if you're writing a code in SQL, you have a query. Okay, we say it as a query, or we can say as a syntax, right? But we say as that like query. Okay, so I have written show databases. So this is one of the query which will show you the databases. So if I will run this, so how you can run this? I told you right by clicking here. Okay, take your cursor to the end and just click here, or do just control and enter. So this is the by default database is present uh, uh, in my workbench. Let's suppose I have to create a database. So you have to write create database. Here create database, and we have write students. Okay, and control and enter. Okay, and let's suppose now again I will see. So you can see right there is one database is created. Well, students, right? Let's suppose I have to use this database. So how you can write it? Use students. Okay. Now what happened? You have created a database, okay, and now you have command like I want to use this database, okay. So you can see, right, your query got executed, use databases. Now in this database, I want to create an table, okay. I want to create a table student details, okay. So how you can do so, or I have already define one thing here. So this is how you can create a student details table. So what I have done here, so just forget this, okay, primary key. And I will tell you what is primary key. Primary key is nothing but, let's suppose in your table, let me show you first what is table, right? So this is the syntax of creating table. Create table, student details, okay. The table name is the student details, and this is the schema, okay. So what is the schema? I will tell you. Just run this query first. I have run this query, okay, and this query got executed successfully. And let's suppose I want to execute, I want to have I will add some data here itself, because like uh, let's suppose I already have, so I will just want to copy paste those things. So, mm, okay, yeah, I got it. Now if I will insert it, first I will show you, right, first I will show you one thing. Let's suppose what I will do, I will select star from select a star from select star from uh, student detail, or let's suppose, let's see, um I'm using show tables first. show tables Show tables, okay. This query will show you the tables. I have got one table, right, and let's suppose I want to select star from select select star from student details. Students details, I guess. There are no, there is only student, or else. Mm, I think student details. Okay, there are student details. So as you can see, right, I got all the rows here. I told you, right, in SQL we define our, we insert our data, or we describe our data in rows and columns, right? So what I have done here, now I will show you. So this was my student ID. Okay, I have defined one table called student details, and what all student details table have, it have one column like student ID, student name is here, student last name is here, age is there, gender and all those. Okay, these are the columns name, right? And then what we have integer. So student ID is integer, right? Then this is a text, then this is a text integer, text integer. So what these text integers are nothing but these are the data types, okay. As we have in Python data types, right, we have here text and integer. Text you can you can say like it is similar to string, right, you can say it. Now we have primary key and not null and not null. What is that? So we have defined one rule here that okay, take this student ID, make a column of integer, right, and it should be a primary key. Primary key is nothing but it is an advanced concept of SQL. Not advanced, like it is like little bit advanced if you starting with like SQL, right, and if you're directly knowing primary key and all that, right, there are primary key, candidate key, super key, and foreign key, all those stuffs are there. So so primary key is one of the rule that define like it will uniquely identify two rows, okay, two rows. So let's suppose, and in this student ID, if you have entered, like let's suppose, I will tell you, just wait for a while, okay. Once I will insert the data, I will tell you about primary key. Not null, that means that in this first name and last name you have to give the value, it should not be null, okay. Age can be null, gender can be null, but here you specify, right, okay, that this two columns should not be null, okay. So let insert a data. Right now we don't have any data. So now how you have to insert the data? Insert data. Okay. And I have missed one thing here, I guess. Student student ID. Okay, and ID should be 1. Okay, so insert into student details, then you have written all the columns name. Okay, all the columns name are written here. Then you have values 1, John, and all those stuff, right? Let's suppose if I will run this. Okay, so my query got executed. Now again, if I will select the start from the student, so how, what I will get? Student today first name, and we have a some data entered, right? Now what is select, what is student data, primary key is here. So I told you about primary key. Let's suppose you have two John. Okay, two John in same table, right? Let's suppose you are maintaining a student details, and in students you have two Johns, right? How you will identify that? Okay, how you will identify that there is two Johns? Okay, so student, once you have defined student ID is equal to primary key, then if you define again, let's suppose if I will again rerun this query, it will not run. Okay, it will not run. Okay, for duplicate entry for key student details primary. Okay, so what that mean, that this should be different. This should be different. Okay, this ID should be different. It, because it will identify two Johns. Okay, so now if we select query. Okay, we're saying that 1 2. Okay, so by this ID you will just say like, okay, there are two Johns. Okay, everything is same, but like it might be possible, right? There's one John, last name is same, mail is same, everything is same. Okay, so how you will identify with student ID? Okay, it's a, like little bit basic stuff, don't deep dive into it, just have a basic look first. Okay, and not null, I was telling about a not null, right? Let's suppose I will give one more thing here. Let's think student 3 is here. Okay, and let's suppose I will run this. Okay, even this will be not run. Okay, look, it got, okay, it got executed. Text not null. Okay, it should be not null, but it got executed somehow. Okay, so don't like, if I will not write this things, right, even it will work. Okay, let me show you. If I will just remove this, or just just leave it as it is. Just don't focus here what I have written there. This is primary key and all that stuff. Okay, just see the basic step what we have done. We have just first we have checked. First we have seen, right? Well, whether how many databases we have. We have some default databases as we have seen, right? And we have created one databases. Then we have used that databases. Okay, inside that databases I have created one more table, right? One table, right? And then we have like seen like how many tables we have. Then we have selected a star, right? So what select a star means? Select a star means fetch all the data from that table. Okay, let's suppose I just want to fetch first name, right? So what I will do, I will write first, and I will write name. So from this table it will fetch all the first name. Okay, so we have two first name and one is Mac, right? Let's suppose I will fetch table city, right? So if I will run this, all the city will come. Any town, right? So this is the basic stuff. Okay. So this is very basic stuff what we have done in the workbench. Okay. Now I want to give you a very short like brief. Okay, so what we have done, we have installed Workbench. On top of that we have run some queries. I told you about queries. Queries are nothing but it is a basic syntax of writing code in SQL. And we have created database. Okay, then we have used that database. By using that database we have created a table, and inside that table we have inserted the data, right? Now I want to do same thing, but with the help of Python. I just don't want to write the things here. Right now we are manually writing these things, right? I just don't want to do so. I want these things to happen automatically, okay, with the Python. Okay, how you can do so? So for that we have to use, what we have to use? We have to use Python code, right? So how you can write that Python code? So let's see how we can write it. So for that, let me open my Jupyter notebook. So very first step is to install a driver. Okay, so you have to do pip install MySQL connector. So you have to install this. So what is this? This is nothing but this is the driver which will help your Python script to interact with Workbench. Okay, so what it will do, it will be a bridge. Okay, it will communicate between your Python script and Workbench. Okay, so if you will write in a Python code, okay, I want to uh, select a query, okay, I want to fetch the data, okay, it will take that query, it will go to the Workbench. Okay, it will say execute that query, it will give that query to Workbench will execute that query. Once it will execute it, it will take the data and it will return to the Python script. So now what you have to do? Now I will do one thing. Import MySQL in dot connector. Okay. Dot connector as connection. As connection I will write. Okay. As connection. Okay. Now I will write try block and I will create my database as equal to what I will do. I will do connection dot connect. Okay. Then we have some parameters to pass here. So here it will be a host name. Okay, there will be a host name. Oh, sorry, host. Okay, then 127.0.0.1. Okay, then we have user. User will be root. I will tell you what I'm writing right now. Okay, you have to wait for a while, please. So just wait for a while. Okay, then we have password. Then we have password. Okay, and then we have use use pure use pure. Okay, use pure. Now you have query. Okay, you can write any query. Then what you have to do, cursor cursor dot mydb dot error. This is done. Okay, now just do one thing. Except exception exception as e, and then mydb dot close. Now what I have done here. So let me tell you first. So if I have to do one thing, just wait for a while, please. Okay, so what you have to do is like we were here, right? We were here in the script part. We were writing float code. You can see this one, right? This home button. Click on here. Okay. So we got root here. Root is your user, right? Your user is root, right? And your local host. Okay. So you can write your local host here as well, and you can write like two dot 127.0.0.1. Okay. Then password. Password. Remember that password. Okay. While logging here, you have given one password. Okay. You have to give the same password, and in simple word, you have given the password, right? While installation, right? Give that password here and just write here true. Okay, write true here. Okay, just write true. Okay, so I will show you what by doing some of the hands-on. And let's suppose you have to create a database. Okay, let's suppose you have to create a database. So write a database, create database. Okay, create database. Okay, and let's suppose you have to create a database like demo one. Okay, I'm using demo one because I already have demo database in my workbench, so I'm using demo. So I will show you while doing some hands-on here. Just wait. So I'm getting one error here. Authentication plugin caching SHS2 Password is not supported for that. You have to do like configure something. So just open SQL installer or MySQL, I guess. MySQL server or MySQL shell, my command and my installer. Just open this. Yes, it's opening. So I have to configure few things here. Modify, reconfigure MySQL server, I guess. Router no, MySQL configure, I have to reconfigure. Authentication, it is correct. Use legacy authentication method. Okay, do next. Give your password here. Okay, yep, do next. Standalone, everything is same. Just do next, and execute. Okay, let this be executed. Okay, everything is done. Okay, now again I will see. Just wait. So that query is resolved. Okay, I was getting SHA error. Okay, so that was not a configuration issue, I guess, because I changed the configuration even that I was getting those error. So I was now there was a driver issue, so I installed this. Then install MySQL connector Python. Okay, and you have to install the same as well. Now talking about the code is similar. Okay, so everything is same as it is. Okay, just this minor changes there. Okay, now uh, what is driver? Driver is nothing but it is a gateway, or you can say like whenever you're writing a Python code, okay, and you want to use a workbench and you want to interact, it will help your Python code to interact with workbench, and vice versa. If you execute any query, it will take that query and give it to workbench. Workbench will execute that query, and it will hand over the data to the driver, and now driver will again come to the Python script and it will give you the data in the Python script. Now, uh, if I talk about what I'm doing here, I'm just importing the connector as connection, and I'm creating an instance. While you this is a syntax, okay, and how you can create a connection dot connect, okay, then host name, then user. This is the syntax, right? Host name is what? What is your host name? Host name is nothing but this is your host name. 127.0.0.1 is your host name, and then semicolon, then you have 33.0.6. It is your port. 33.0.6 is your port. Okay, now 27.0.0.1 is your host. Okay, and user is root. Okay, so what I've done is uh, host at 27.0.0.1, user at root, okay, and use pure as true, and you have to give the true value, and password is like as it is, right? Then I'm executing one query, okay. Queries are create a database, okay. This is similar query as as we were writing, okay. That's the same query, right? This is how you have to create a database, right? Then what I am doing, and my db.cursor, what does that mean? Cursor is nothing but, let me show you. Just wait. Once you have written cursor, right? So this is the cursor, okay? This blinking one, okay? So what happened till now? What happened? That you have created an instance, you have written your query, okay? Now you want to create a cursor, right? Now let's suppose this is your workbench, empty workbench, okay? Everything is created. Now you once you will execute this, right? My empty to cursor. This cursor will be initiated, okay? Here itself, okay? Here, let's suppose it is blank, but when you're doing mydb.cursor, this cursor will be here on top, right? Now what you're doing, mydb.cursor.execute. It will do, it will write this query, okay. Create database, and you have to give a database name, right? Okay, let's suppose you're giving database name as demo1. Okay, now what happened? Uh, Once you have created mydb.cursor, cursor will be initiated in the workbench, okay, automatically, and this query will be written as it. Okay. Now when you will do MyDB cursor dot execute. Okay, and execute what you have query, right? This query will be executed. This query will be executed. So I will do one thing. I will execute this code. Okay, this code I will execute. Now I didn't got any yet. Now if you want to use this query, right? So what you have to do, either you can write use this thing, right? Use, like you can write this use demo, right? Or there is one more method how you can do so. You can do so from here itself. Give the database name here. Database. Database. Okay. Database. What we have, demo /1 Now what do you have to do? Write a query. Write a query. Query is equal to create create table. Create table. Okay. Or I already have the query with me. Okay. Or let's suppose, yeah, I got the query itself. Or let's suppose first we will run a simple query. Show tables. Show table. Okay. Show table. And now you have to write one more line of things. If I will do here, okay, here, nothing will happen. Okay, nothing will happen. Okay, show tables. I have executed this, but nothing is happening. Why? You have to write, you have executed the query, but you have to fetch this thing. So for that, you have to use print. You can write tables. Okay, you can create one tables. Okay, tables is equal to cursor dot log. Okay, and now you will print it. Print tables. Tables. Okay, now it is returning you a empty list because there is no table, right, in my database. Let me show you in my uh, just wait. Oh, where is my, so as you can see, right, I'm using a use demo one. Okay, and show tables. There is no table, right? There is no table here till now. Okay, and once I will execute this. Okay, so this is nothing, right? This is the thing here. Okay, and let me tell you here self. Let's suppose again getting this query, or okay, so this is the query self. Mhm. Create table name. Okay, I will get an error, I guess. Yep, I will get an error. Or let's see what will happen. Yep, got an error. Create tables. Okay, what is the error here? Table name. Okay, it does not format it. What? Let's format it. It should work. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how we can do so. Yeah. So I think this query is formatted now. Okay. Now everything is formatted. Let's execute this. Okay. The query is done. We don't have to write this. Okay. So query is executed. And now if we will run this query, okay, fetch all. Now if I will execute this, okay, now I can say, right, now if I will execute from there itself, one table got created, right, with the help of Python. I didn't write any code from here itself. I write the code from here itself, right? And let's suppose this is, I have to create a student 2, right? I have two tables, student details 1 and student details 2, right? As many as I can, right? Like let's suppose student 3. I have three tables, right? So this is how you can create a table, okay? Uh, with the help of Python, right? I hope things are getting hope things are getting clear, right? I'm using Python script and I'm inserting those. I'm inserting the. I'm creating the tables, right? Let's suppose I have to insert a table. For that, what I have to do? Just similar thing, right? Just very similar thing. Let's suppose this data inserted now. What I have done, or what I'm doing here, I'm running the insert into tables, the student name and all that stuff, right? And for that, we have uh, percent s sign. The percent s sign will be replaced here itself. So student data link your query. So what you have done it, you have given this query, okay, and then this is your data, okay. Now what you're doing, you are written uh, person s. Whoa. And then person s will be replaced by this values, John, Dewey, and everything, okay, and then you have committed, okay. Now let's suppose if you want to fetch this thing, so you can do so. I will again copy this. I will use this and just want to select. I'll select start from uh, students details, right? And then what I will do, I will just erase this. Oh shit. Okay, no problem. And query will be here. Query will be run, and commit will be not here. Okay. Then what I will do, cursor. And what do you have? Cursor dot fetch all. Okay. And if I will store this table data, table data, table data equal to all. Fetch all is not defined. Okay. Cursor dot fetch all. Data is inserted. Why data is inserted? Okay. Print table data. Yeah. So this is the thing I have inserted, right? This is the thing I have inserted, and I'm getting the data. Okay. So I'm just interacting with my workbench with the help of Python. And this is, and what is db.commit? Let's suppose I will tell you. Copying this. Okay. And let's suppose I have one value, right? One John and all that. Let's suppose I will change this value. Let's suppose two, and I have let's suppose this is spelling change, okay, and everything. And let's suppose I will not write comment, okay. I will not write comment. Execute it. Data is inserted, okay. But if we will see the data, there is only one data, right? What I have done, I inserted this, okay, and I'm again fetching the data, but I'm getting one data, but here it is showing like data is inserted. How? Like data is inserted, I have printed it, but I executed that, right? Remember one thing, if you are inserting anything, you have to write mydb.commit, okay, mydb.commit, okay. If you will commit it, then only it will, that data will be inserted. If you didn't commit it, it will be not inserted, okay. So Now if I will fetch it, so you got two data, right? Two data is here. Two strings, two. There's one data here, and second data is here. Okay, I hope things are getting clear, right? So this is the very basic operation, how you can delete it, how you can fetch the data. Okay, now little more tricky question will come here. Let's suppose if I will give you a dummy 365, dummy 365. Okay. Mm, NumPy or anything. Let's suppose uh, let's suppose Titanic dot csv. Yes, downloader. So let's suppose you want to download this Titanic CSV file. So it is a CSV file, comma operators, comma separated values. So what that means? Let's suppose I will copy this. Let's suppose I will have a raw. Okay, I will go for raw. Okay, let's suppose I will copy this. Mhm. Okay, I will copy this only 21 value. Let's suppose 20 value I will take. Right. Okay, I will have 20 values. Okay, and what I will do is I will go to my Python script. Okay, but you can manually do one thing. Let's suppose I will have this week. Mhm. Excel Office 360 the suite 365. Then I have this the suite. So what I've done is like I opened the Excel file and I have copy pasted the data what I've copied from there itself. Save as I will say again. So I will choose save as, save anywhere. Okay, save here itself, save here. Okay, and save as enter the copy name. No, I just want to have just wait. Okay, okay, so forget it about Excel, okay, because I didn't told you about CSV files and all that. I hope you already know that CSV and all that Excel file, but the simple way is to just download one thing because anyhow we have to, mm, or anyhow we have to deal with like CSV going ahead. So for now, just download this file, okay? Any file, any CSV file, okay? So you can download it. Just wait. Okay, the file will be downloaded from here itself. Open this file. Extract it. Let's extract it. Extract out. Now got this empty folder file. Just wait. Extract all. Extract. Mm, cancel. Uh, what's happening? Just let me do one thing. I just want this much of record. Why this is not. So let me delete this one. Now, if I will extract the data, is empty track. The folder is empty. Why? Well, just wait. Now, simple thing from where so sample close form. Okay, useful for industrial data color. Okay, data in national survey. Okay, let's have a country data country.csv. Okay, I got this data. Now I will just copy the path. Mm, so where we have, okay, let let me open this. So file is equal to open again. Then what we have, mm, pwd, what in this directory we have, download, mm, downloads, downloads, and then we will have country dot csv, and we will have to create it. No, no such no such directory. No downloads. Download. Okay, I will copy path. Copy the path. Copy as path. I will do one thing here. I will, okay, so got it. What I have to do, copy as path. Now, any code error, just write this one R. Okay, in read mode. And then what we have? We have file. File dot content. If we will write content or read lines, read lines, name code error readables. To read lines, I have to check. Sorry guys. Yep. Uh, these are the country name. Okay, these are the country name. Okay, and if I will tell you, okay, just write a function. Okay, which will uh, which will go here. Okay, which will go one all the countries. Okay, and insert those country in like in our databases. Will you able to do this? So in my CSV file, if I will open, right, what we have in CSV file. So so we have name and code. Okay, so we have name and code here. Okay, name and code. Okay, so what will be the table structure? There will be two column, name and code, right? In name this will be here, and code this will be here. Name this all thing will be here. Okay, this all thing will be here, and code this will be there. So how you will do so? So let me have this thing. Let me tell you. Okay, so let's suppose we will create a function. Def create table. Okay, create table. What will have, we will have link. Okay, link here. We will ask for a link. Okay, then what we have to do first, we have to uh, first we have to do what first we have to let's suppose let's import things. Okay, let's import my SQL dot connector has connection has connectionable, right. And then what I will do, create an instance my database is equal to how you can create an instance connection, right, connection dot connect, right, connection dot connect. Then we have localhost. Then what we have host, right, host. Let's suppose in host I will have my 127.0.0.0.1, right. And let's suppose I have my user is equal to root. And then we have use pure is equal to true. Then password we will take as 12345 6 also password. Yeah, and database I will use demo one. Okay, database I will use demo one. Okay, now instance is created. The first query what you have to write, create tables, right? But how you will create tables? Let's suppose you have name. So what you will do, you will have table, create table, and then you have create tables, just create tables and create country, right? And then you have to define a structure. Let's suppose name will be text, and then you will have code will also be a text, right? This is the query, right? Then we will have cursor, you have cursor dot mydb dot cursor. Then what you will do, cursor dot execute query, right? Query is executed. Now what's the next step? What you will do, you will have open the file is equal to open. You will directly pass the link. You will define the mode. Okay, you define the mode. Okay, this is my mode. Now if I will do right, for I in files, if I will loop in files, what I will get, I will get these things, right. Let's suppose this is the thing, right. Okay, okay. This I got, right, this I got in my file, right. And let's suppose file got, I got this, right. And let's suppose if I will loop in for I in files, let's suppose what I'm getting in file. Okay, I'm getting what, I'm getting one thing, right, name and code, name and code, right. So if I will do here, or if I will just do one thing, I will skip the name because I don't want this. So I will uh, start from mm, readables. If I will write readables or read lines, okay, read lines, okay, perfect, okay, okay, read lines, I will say. Yeah, so I'm reading the lines one by one, and if I will separate it, dot set split or store separators I have, right? Split the things to comma. I will keep two things here. Name code, name lines, name things. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just do one thing. Split it. And virus to sweet. This will put us well function. Name code, name code, name code. Okay. The first line, if I have to remove it, dot split it by comma. Okay. And then if I will have zero here, name, or if I will have one here, good. Okay. And flexible. I'm going to skip this one. Hmm. Skip this one. Okay. Let's skip from one. Yeah, cool. Everything is done. Sorted. Now what I will do, read lines, right? This is what I have done here. Yep, read lines will return your list. I want to skip one, zero line, and I will go till this. Then what I will do, and I again have query, then query dot insert into country name and code. Insert into country name code, and values are ampersand s and ampersand s and ampersand s. Now, mm, now what you have to do, just wait. It's a lot of this. Okay, so this things I have done here. So I just copied from there itself. Now you can write in a try block. Try add these things, add these things, add these things. So and accept exception as e and print str e. This is also done. The whole thing is done, right? Everything is done here. Now, now your function is ready. And let's suppose if I will create a link, create tables. Okay, and if I will just pass my link. Okay. Before that, let's see is there any database created as country or not. Let's suppose show tables. I will execute this. There are three tables, but there is no table called country. Okay. Now, if I will execute this, suppose if we execute this, Unicode error. Link, right? So just okay. This Unicode error is of slash, right? Just remove the forward slash, forward slash. Okay. Now, if I will show tables, there's one table called country. Now, if I will to select start from country, country, and let's see what will we get. So yeah, we inserted the table, right? We inserted all the data from the Python script to Workbench. So this is how you can use it. Okay, this is how things are working. So what I have done here. Let me explain you. I hope things are clear, pretty much clear till here, right? Now open the file. Same thing what I have done here, right? So if we will open the file, let's suppose this is file, right? File is equal to open, right? Open, right? And open that in read mode, right? Open that file. Now what I'm doing is I'm looping for I in files, okay? Dot read read lines, okay? Print I, print I, okay? I'm getting this, but I don't want this first line, right? I don't want this first line. I don't want this first line. So I can use the string operator, right? Zero zero. I will skip that zero index, right? And now, okay. So again, open it. Now the first line name and code is gone because I already defined, right, my name here and text here as my tables schemas, right? Now I got name here and code here, right? So if I will just do one thing here, split it, split it by comma, right? So there's a inbuilt function called a split. If you will write a split, these two things will be separated by comma. It will see whether there is a comma or not. If there is a comma, it will split that one index and second index. So at first index I will get my country name, okay. At first index I will get my code. So this is what I have done here. This is very simple, right? Insert into country name code values, and then here in my execute I have execute this query, and for that every query I have data. So I have just inserted in that way. If you're not getting it, just give 10 to 15 minutes for this. Try to explain, try to run each and every line one by one, and it will be very clear. Okay, I hope things are very clear. This is done from my side, and this is the this like I'm not deep diving into the SQL, right, itself, because it itself is a very huge uh, subject. Okay, for sure I will be creating a SQL like SQL playlist, okay, but not right now because we have to cover APIs and all those stuff, and we are already late. So try to explore by yourself, and trust me. And like as you're an engineer, you have to explore by yourself, right? No one gonna tell you everything in every steps. Okay, I told you the path, I told you the setup, I told you the basic definition. Everything is clear. Now you have to explore more and more, right? Now you can explore it. Just do a quick SQL. Okay, W3 school, and here everything is given from very scratch to the advanced level. Okay, and try to code. Do not read and just sit. Okay, try to code itself. Okay, so yeah, this is done from my side. I hope things are getting cleared. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.